Hope you all doing really great. Welcome back to my Tech Stack Learning channel for another series or the sessions part of the LangChain. So today we are going to cover conversation buffer window memory from for LangChain. So in the previous sessions, I had given a detailed walkthrough of what is memory with the live coding examples. And also we have covered conversational buffer memory. And today we are going to cover window memory, right? Basically the LangChain short-term memory mechanism that retains only the most recent messages with detailed code examples and inline comments. Okay. Okay, so what is conversational buffer window memory, right? It basically stores only the last k messages, which means n number of messages of a conversation, dropping older context, right? This strategy basically helps preventing the exceeding token limits while maintaining recent context, right? The key features includes k, which is basically the number of message retained, return messages, which is basically toggles between the message list or the raw string, right? And the methods for the synchronous and asynchronous operations, like either it could be a save context, load memory variables, or clear or save async save context, right? And the last but not the least is the buffer inspections, like via buffer or buffer as message or a string, you can inspect it. Okay, so now let's see one example of how to use this conversation buffer window memory. Okay, let's go ahead and create a file, conversation buffer window memory dot py. Okay, what I'll do here is whatever the base one we need, right? Let me copy paste those. Okay, from here I'm going to copy paste the base inputs, what is required, and LLM configurations. Okay, and then instead of buffer memory, I need dot buffer window. Okay, and import conversation buffer window memory. This is what we need for our import. Okay, let me wrap it. Okay, so we have the LLM, we have imported this, we need the conversation chains, let's use that. And I think we may need a prompt also. Let me import that prompt also here. Okay, prompt template, LangChain dot prompts import prompt template. Okay, so now we have every input what is required for our development, right? So we have the LLM also configured. Now let's set up the window memory to keep last two message as the chat messages. Okay, so I'll put memory equal to conversation. I'm just creating a conversation buffer window memory instance with k equal to 2, that's the last two messages, and return messages equal to 2. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll create a conversation chain with a custom prompt template. Okay, so what I'll do, prompt equal to prompt template of, then we have input variables equal to history, then we have input. Okay, then I'll have template equal to, so I'll just put this is a conversation, use the last messages to respond. Okay, this is what I'm just giving as a context. Okay, then I'll say history will be, this is the variable. Okay, okay, then I'll say human input, and then what is the AI response. Okay, so this is what my prompt template looks like. Now let me create a conversation chain. Okay, so conversation equal to conversation chain of LLM equal to LLM, right? Then memory equal to memory. Then we have prompt equal to prompt. Then verbose equal to true. Okay, this is what I have created a conversation as well. Right now let's simulate the conversation turns. Right, so let's try to print conversation dot predict of input equal to hi, I am Alice. Okay, then I'll say print conversation dot predict of input equal to my name is Alice. Okay, then I'll say print conversation dot predict input equal to what is my name. Right, so here since we are giving the last two conversation, it should print you the what is my name is Alice, right? Let me question it. Okay, okay, so this is one simulating the things, right? Next, let's see how do you inspect current memory as messages and string. You would have seen in the previous session where I have given you example for conversations buffer memory, not for the window, right? Similarly, we can also do it here. Okay, so memory dot buffer as messages. Okay, then we have print of history. Then I'll say memory dot buffer as string. Okay, then if you want to clear it manually, then we have print of after clear, I'll say memory dot buffer as string. Okay, so what we did here is, let's run this and see how is it working. Python conversation. Okay, so what we did here is we have set the k equal to 2, which ensures only the two most recent messages are kept, and we just ensure the return messages are returns the memory as a list of structured human messages and AI message object, right? And the older messages beyond the latest two will be removed automatically. Buffer as messages and buffer as string for inspection, the structure of the text prompt, and how do you clear it, right? You can see it has say, hi, I am Alice, how can I assist you today? And then it says, yes, I had asked, is my name is Alice? Then it says, yes, you said your name is Alice. It's confirming back, right? And then again I'm asking, what is my name? You say your name is Alice, because it has a context of last two messages, right? And you can say it has given you buffer as a messages and strings, and how do you clear it and how do you get that response, right? Okay, so I think I haven't cleared here, no? So that is the reason I'll have to first clear it. That is why it's not clearing it, you see, it is still showing up, right? So let's run this again. Okay, so now you should say it will be empty. Similarly, we have this async. Yeah, so it is empty, right? Similarly, the last time for buffer memory, we have seen how to use in a async way, right? Same way, just that this is difference. So I can just, I have the code which I can quickly show here. How does it look? You can see exactly the same approach, just the imports are different, and you have to just mention those declaration, and then you have to call this. It's exactly the same as what we did for conversation memory, buffer memory. Okay, so this is about all the examples what we can, how we can use the window memory. So what are the edge cases when we talk about the conversation buffer memory, right? Some users observe that even though memory stores limited message, the model may not always recall earlier details, like because dropped messages are actually trimmed before passing context, right? So that is one of the drawback which I could see, and it is also depreciated in the 0.3.1, and it has been replaced with the LangGraph memory. So that's it about today's sessions where we talked about conversational buffer window memory, covering its behavior, async and sync, APIs, buffer inspection, customization, and what are the limitations, right? If you like my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. If you have any specific query, put it in the comment box. Thank you.